Okay, Assalamu alaikum. So welcome back. Today we are going to talk about arrays basically, and in particular we are going to see how we define an array in C++ and how we are going to access this array, how to manipulate the values of an array, and how to display values from this array. So this module number 4, will be divided into 3 weeks as earlier as the previous 3 modules. First, we are going to talk about arrays, then we are going to talk about functions within 2 weeks. Now the functions will be the top of our programming, where we are going to utilize all the information that we have studied in the previous modules within this final topic. So our objective is to define what is an array, how to assign values into an array, what is a multidimensional array, and how to initialize and access two-dimensional arrays. So first of all, why do we need arrays? Basically, up till now, if I want to say integer a, I will give a value, let's say, of 5. Now, a can have only one value. What if a represents different, what if a represents different values? It's a is holding values which are, let's say, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All of them, they represent the same topic. Let's say if a was the marks of a student, then the marks will be, let's say, 80, 75, 90, 94, and so on. So a, or the marks, are all belonging to one student. So it's easier to combine data in an array. So a variable of type integer or double can only contain one value at a time. But we often want to handle aggregates containing different values of the same type. The solution is basically to use the arrays. Now, an array is nothing more than a collection of variables. So we say integer a between 2 brackets 10. When we say integer a between 2 brackets 10, then we have defined in the memory 10 locations 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have defined in the memory 10 locations started at 0, and we said this is starting a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So these are 10 locations reserved for a. A will be, if I say a is basically the starting address for these locations. So an array is nothing other than a collection of variables. The collection is named a. The first variable is named a0, a1, and so on. So we have an index I. Remember, the arrays, we always start counting from 0. In arrays, we always start counting from 0. So the elements are accessed by specifying the array name and the number of the element. The first element is always number 0. So for the week of February 3 through to 9, the array could be as follows. Day 0 is equal to 3, day 1 is equal to 4, and so on. Or we can say integer days 7 is equal to these values. Now, two things that you need to know about an array. I can define my array as follows. Integer day 7, this is right, or integer day, between brackets, I leave the number here empty, but I need to initialize my array 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, now these two are right, but of course this one is also right. This one you have the size and the initialization. you need one of two things. You need either to give the size or to initialize the array. But you can never initialize an array like this. This is wrong. This is wrong because you did not specify how many samples this array can hold. So you need to specify either the number of samples or the size of the array. In a two-dimensional array, we declare it as it is, but when we put the values, we put them as one array. So a multidimensional array of integer 4 by 6 rows would be declared as integer 4, 6. So where 0, 0 is the first element, 0, 1 is the second, and so on. So the array could have been initialized as follows. So you see the values, there is no difference between them. But since it's a 4 by 6 array, we know that this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then this is the second row, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 will be there also. So, sorry, this is a 4 by 6 array, I'm sorry. So this is a 4 by 6 array. So the counting will be as follows. Or the array, let me write it in another way. The array will be looking like this: 4 rows, 6 columns. So it is 8, 16, 9, 52, 3, 15. Then the second one is 27, 6, 14, 25, 2, and 10. Then 12, 3, 56, 49, 97, and 8. The final one is 4, 2, 25, 5, 23, and 81. So this is 0, row 0, column 0. This is row 0, column 1, row 0, column 2, and so on. So if we want to index this one, this is 0, 1, 2, 3. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I said I want A3, 2, A3, 2, I will go to row number 3, starting from counting from 0, 3, column number 2, so it will be this 25. And if I want to access this 97, this 97 is basically A2, column 4. This is how you access values inside your array. So this is the same idea, the same example. A multi-dimensional array will be the same. Here we have a 3-dimensional array, as you can see. 4, 6, and 3 are shown over here. Here we have a 2-dimensional array having the values. It's a 2 by 4 array. So the values will be displayed as follows. We can write it in another way. It's written all the components are written like this, or we can write them in this way. It looks more neater, but it's the same idea, but we added a brackets between each row. The same result will be given. So here we have a character called M1. It's an array of characters. So this is a character M2. So here you can see that both of them will give us the same value. The /0 at the end will indicate the end of the character string for an array. Here we have again a question entered as an array. You can see here, please enter your name. Character greeting, it's also a character is an array. Greeting, sorry, is an array of type character holding the values, and you can see we can enter whatever we want over here. This is an array accessing using for loops, and it's quite straightforward. You can see that we can access our arrays and display the values as we want. This program will ask the user to enter the measurement values, then calculate their mean values and display the values which are greater than the mean value. When we want to store more than one value, we always need to make sure that we store our values inside an array. So this is how it is done, and we are going to discuss all of this. So using arrays and loops, write a program that will ask the user to enter 10 grades and display their average. So we want to store our grades in an array called the grade of type 10 of size type double of size 10. So we ask the user to enter 10 grades, and as we enter the grades we save them in the array, and at the same time we add them to sum. At the end we have the average stored. We have the average, and we can have all the values stored in the grade array. Write a program that will sum the contents of this array. So over here we need to start from 0, 0 and go as we go from I and j. We are going to discuss all of this inside the class. Write a program which find the maximum number of an array called A. The program should ask the user to enter the 3 elements of the array, then find the maximum number. The output of the program is shown as below. So this is the solution of the array. So it's quite a short one, but arrays will be used later on for other purposes. So this is just an introduction for arrays. In the next class we are going to discuss functions. Thank you for watching.